Hi Pisces, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome, we are here for you. This is the members reading. I want to take a look a bit here and see what we're looking at for you. Some advice, Pisces, and yeah, let's get into it. Let me look first at the astrology, and we're looking at specifically here the week of the 7th, 6th, the 7th. So we're looking between the 6th and, let's say, the 13th. Yeah, what are we looking at here in terms of major shifts? And so this week we have Mars sextile Pluto. This is really, really key for you, Pisces, because these are the two rulers of Scorpio, and they are sextiling with one another. In other words, there's a lot of Scorpio energy. This is a fellow water sign, so you might find that there's quite a bit here that is coming up and is being tapped into even here for you. Let's clear the energy around you. This is going to be actually exact at 6:41 a.m. December 6th, so we've already since moved through the exact period, but there will be a sort of, gradual energy with that you still maybe feel and you sense for a more extended period of time, and that will be relatively long because it's Pluto we're talking about, and it is a sextile. Let's actually take a look and see how long we're looking at. We will get more into that, but in the 48-hour series. But it should be about, at least a week where we see the influence of the Mars sextile Pluto. Let's take a look. I find that actually the transit is way more strongly felt after, when it closes out of orb, actually. This is what I've noticed, but let's see. Mars sextile Pluto. Very odd. This doesn't allow me to click. Okay, yeah, this is very strange. Anyways, okay, so for whatever reason, we don't have full range on the iPad. We don't have the date of when this cycle, there we go. Okay. Again, hopefully guys, we're gonna have this sorted out. I really wanna, I've been looking at how to create this journal, because yeah, I don't want to stop using these apps, and I just want to have one place that I go to all the time, just very simple. So yeah, just a heads up, but still, also because the apps are wrong. I've noticed that they say different things, and let's clear it. Yeah, so anyhow, okay, I just want one place, like, that's really you can count on, because even when you're searching on websites and stuff, like, they're wrong too. Like, I literally was looking at one website, Cafe Astrology, for God's sakes.com, and they wrote that Neptune was going, like, if you looked at they said, they wrote in their little PDF that Neptune's going direct in November, which was not true. It was going direct in December, but they added that, but they didn't put December 1st, they just put 1, so it looks like November. It's just, like, in the sense of saying, it's just, you have room for error. I want one place that, I've sort of already moved through and I've created. So hopefully that's coming up, you guys, just a heads up. But Mars sextile Pluto, the 6-degree orb will close out on December 15th. That's when you might find there's a really big sort of sense of clearing and shift. By that point, Mars will be in Sagittarius. So that's going to be quite exciting, guys. Yeah, let's get further though and see what's what, and we'll talk more about that, the length of a cycle in the 48 hours, and real time, definitely in real time. Let's clear that in ground. Now, what else are we looking at? We see Mercury square Neptune on the 7th, Tuesday. That's going to be at 10:16 a.m. And this is your ruler, Pisces. Neptune getting squared by Mercury. Wow. Mercury is in Sag, so it is currently ruled by your co-ruler Jupiter. There is a lot of energy here. Okay, there's a lot of like confronting. Okay, your sort of mantra. Okay, what is your personal truth? Neptune here is again your ruler, but it also can rule like just in general the energy space of creativity or illusion. So with Mercury here, we're cutting through the bullshit, razor sharp, razor clear, maybe even, you know, in terms of the decisions we're making. So there might be a sort of theme here coming up for you in that way. Mars then squares Jupiter, your secondary ruler Jupiter, right? On the 8th, Wednesday, that's going to be at 1:21 a.m. Again, these are when the energies just go absolutely like exact 0-degree orb. Again, they still have a bubble phase, and for that we will talk more about that because otherwise this would take forever. We'll do more sort of in terms of the actual dates of the bubble, like of the influence on either end of the spectrum on 48 hours and definitely on real-time astrology. That's the membership, the tier, I think, just above the one for weekly. So for the sake of simplicity, we'll say we in a weekly sense, which can also be helpful. Just in general, this week we have this Mars square Jupiter on the 8th. And Pisces, you've got a lot going on here with your rulers, Jupiter and Neptune here this week. So there are things that you're making decisions on with the squares, right? We see the 90-degree. We see that things are really hard to just sort of pass up and say, it's not really important. It's important. Mars, especially being the one who's squaring Jupiter, there is a focus on leadership capacity, how we express ourselves as well, given that Jupiter is involved there with that Mars square. It's clear. Yeah. Mars is stimulating us, you know, to maybe communicate more about certain things with Jupiter there. Jupiter rules the ability to also expand on discussion points, and that is very much the Sagittarius energy, to be able to discuss and to even debate and to broadcast, to perform, to, let's clear it, to put on display in a way even, but really to examine deeply, even existentially and psychologically, possibly even philosophically, spiritually, energetically. You know, Jupiter's interesting, because it is just about the expansion of the horizon. So with Mars here, it's like you possibly feel like you're being stimulated, guided by the universe to push the envelope and really ask maybe more thought-provoking questions of yourself, like, what do I want to manifest? We will pull cards here for advice for each of the days, but this is just general astrologically, and then we'll get more into. Yeah. But then we see here on the 9th, the moon goes into Pisces. Oh, but really quickly here, going back to the Mars square Jupiter, yeah. So this is just kind of like the energy of intention given to the archetype of Jupiter. With the square, we see it sort of as like, okay, now what? What are we going to do? What are we going to say? And it can just be, you know, that communicative energy. Now, moon in Pisces on the 9th. This is key. This is obviously your sign. When the moon goes into your sign, this is going to be a sort of like full circle energy applied to wherever it is that you have Pisces. Let's clear the energy around. Okay, and then on the 10th, we have the moon first quarter stage. So this is important because we just had the new moon eclipse, and it was in Sagittarius. This first quarter stage will sort of mark the sort of finality energy of what we may have experienced around the new moon. So you might find that you have resolution here, or you might kind of feel like things are more clear, okay, around that time, given the themes that came up earlier in the week. Venus conjunct Pluto as well on the 11th, and that is whoa, because Venus is about our pleasures, okay? What we enjoy, our satisfactions in a sense. In a sense, I mean, all planets are related to higher votives of passion and satisfaction, but Venus rules harmony, right? In a way, especially aesthetically. When it is conjunct Pluto, we bring the question of what is really what. What really matters? What is really also going on? Pluto can actually rule as well finances and assets, and Venus can as well. So there is maybe a focus on finances, resources, the assets of others as well here on, again, December 11th. Then we have here, avoid a course in the sign of Pisces. We'll talk more on that in 48 hours and on real-time astrology. But December 11th, Saturday, 2:39 p.m. to 4:45 p.m., we see the moon is avoid a course. This is Eastern Standard Time. And so that's something to keep an eye for when the moon goes void, of course, especially in Pisces. There could be a little bit of a moment where you want to say, there's a period of wanting to reflect. Rather than, for example, make really important decisions. Moon then moves into Aries. Okay, the Sun square Neptune. This is on December 12th. Let's clear it. This is really important. And I also want to mention, I'm not really touching on the moon sign shifts because this is the weekly and we'll just kind of keep it general. We'll talk about shifts and the nuances with the moon, again, more in 48 hours. So for those of you who do join 48 hours, thank you guys so much for your support there as well. Love and light to you guys. Thank you for your support on the channel with members. It really does help the channel. So thank you guys for your support. Sun square Neptune on December 12th. This is, again, going to bring up major themes. This is how you present your passions, your values, your virtues, your visions, okay? This is where you represent, and you're not shy to do so. Yeah, so there is a little bit of, like, this assertive energy, like this stimulating energy when it comes to your ruler this week. Or just overall, you know, let's clear it. Yeah, we're really sort of seeing things turn around, because Neptune as well was retro in your sign, Pisces, and it's now gone direct, and so we see that there are these sort of, these really big sort of turns. Now, Sun square Neptune, yeah, it's very exciting. This is on, again, December 12th. Anything else key here? Mars moves into Sagittarius on the 13th. 4:44 a.m. Wow. Now, the key about that is that we have Mars at the last degrees of Scorpio, and that's going to be, especially if you are a Pisces with a lot of Scorpio, you might find that this is a time where you're just feeling a lot is coming up, a lot coming up. It could be a question of also your, again, your values, your passions, and so what is real to you. Let's get into the cards now. We're going to jump into the reading portion. Let's take a look here, Pisces, at your advice for this coming week. You know what I'm thinking of doing? I'm thinking of going just based on these major sort of transits that we chatted on right here. Let's do that. So for the Mars sextile Pluto, what is your advice, Pisces? Star gathering, stars aligned, remembering home, soul family. What is your, ooh, my note's going crazy. There could be something here related to finances. We'll pull another card on that in just a second. Actually, let's just do that right now. Yeah, let's just pull a card there on that. 8 of Cups. Pisces, there could be something here that you're even kind of nostalgic. You're feeling a bit nostalgic about. Maybe you're looking back on. You're really sort of thinking about, oh, you know what? Let me actually notify people. Give me a quick second here, Pisces.
Pisces on Member Soon Weekly December 7th 13 reading https://.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's something possibly Pisces kind of like nostalgic going on here. Well, with the 8 of Cups, we see quite a bit of water. I'm seeing that this is possibly even something, though, from, like, past lives. There's a lot of energy coming up in the Akashic realms. With the 8 of Cups, we see a very strong focus on Scorpio energy. The number 8 related to Scorpio. Star gathering, stars align, remembering home, soul, family. Again, this is your advice here, Pisces, when it comes to this particular transit that we see going exact on December 6th at 6:41 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's see here. And again, that will sort of close out around the 15th or so. Let's clear. Let's clear it again. Wow. Mercury square Neptune, star being healing codes, important information, wounds are healed, recharging. So this is your sort of advice here for that particular transit. That's at 10:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. December 7th is when it goes exact, but of course we still see a bit of an orb with that. Again, we'll talk more about that in another video. Let's get here tarot card for that. It's funny because Mercury rules information. There could be things that you decide indefinitely on. I hear that. 9 of Wands. Yeah, you just kind of like come down to it is what I'm hearing. Like you just kind of, you know, once and for all kind of just decide like, you know what, I just don't know if I want to be a part of this. I just don't know if this is for me. I just don't know if that's where I want to head towards my future from the vantage point of it. I think you realize that, you know, and this is a message, you will arrive no matter what. You're going to be always on the right path. There's no so-called wrong path. But there are ways in which you feel you are more aligned. Okay, like, for example, I'm getting that for some of you, you know, this is coming down to how you want to feel. It's like, well, I'm taking the flight anyways, but what's the kind of seat that I want? You know, it's something like that. Like, I'm taking the flight regardless, but it's just more about, like, what's more me. And because we do have your ruler here, it's about your approach, possibly, to manifestation. Let's get further. Let's clear it. Let's get here. The next, we have Mars square Jupiter on the 8th, Wednesday, 1:21 a.m. This is, again, Eastern Standard Time. Karmic board clearing, energetic clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. Wow. Okay, I think there's a really strong focus on bravery here, really calling something out. Using your voice is what I'm hearing as well. Let's get a card. Kind of two cards here want to come through. Fool and Page of Swords. Wow, there is a new beginning here. Absolutely for you. Like, it's a matter of just taking that faithful step forward is what I'm sort of hearing it as. Let's get here then. When the moon goes into Pisces, December 9th. Any advice here? 9:53 a.m. This is on Thursday. Again, Eastern Standard Time. Whenever we're saying that times, is Eastern Standard. Solar light upgrade. Solar plexus chakra, inner fire, willpower. Interesting. Okay. It's funny because solar energy is, we're talking about the moon going to Pisces. Solar energy is based on the archetype of the sun, which is the masculine exchange point with the moon. So, Four of Wands. Maybe there's something you just understand more deeply here of what you want to manifest. Like, let's clear it. You kind of see something, yeah, it's like something gives you perspective. I get that. Like, for example, sometimes it's like, I'm so focused on manifesting this from this angle, but then, you know, you realize that it's actually not really maybe what you wanted or the angle that you wanted to take when it came to whatever that storyline is. There's a new way of perceiving some area of life, and I do feel that it's actually a matter of balance and recalibration of perspective. So it's very interesting to see the solar light energy because we're moving in with the moon in Pisces, right? It's like, yeah, because it's sort of reinstating as well that in order to have the balance of the moon, we do need the sun. So there's something maybe that you've sort of made peace with, even you sort of clarified here for yourself. I do want to pull one more card on that from the General Tarot. The Nine of Cups. I think that this also comes down to you and your values and what it is that you know to be true for you. What you feel is your dream, is your vision. Like, it's not too far, it's not too far-fetched. It's not, like, impossible. This is what I'm kind of hearing. Like, I feel like you're going to kind of just say, if I'm dreaming about that, I'm going to dream about that, and I'm not going to be, like, shy or afraid to pursue it. The number 9, again, coming through for you there. And that is, yeah, again, your co-ruler. Now, let's move then into the next, I'm also seeing Justice there, by the way. There could be, yeah, well, take it as, well, okay, fine. Let's get some further cards on that real quickly here. Justice wants to come through. Wow. Chariot, Two of Pentacles, the World. Yeah, you're closing a huge cycle here, Pisces. And again, your ruler Neptune just recently went direct on the 1st of December. Like, there is something that you have sort of just decided on. And so let's get into the Void a course in Pisces, some advice. Serious star blessings. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. Wow. I think there's something that you want to call out. It's like maybe you've been at a certain point a little bit like afraid or fearful of like, well, what if I do that? Then what? Five of Cups. Yeah, this is a matter of raising your vibration as well, Pisces. With the Five of Cups, it's like identify. I'm hearing what doesn't work for you. Identify the weakest link sort of energy. Just say, yeah, you know what? No, it's not, I'm not going to participate in that anymore. This is not worth it for me, I hear that. This is not working for me. This is not where I feel I'm at my height. So there could be a focus on clearing around that time. Wow, this card is very interesting. For the Sun square Neptune on December 12th, Sunday, 1:21 a.m. Halls of a Mentee initiation. Secrets revealed. Treasures uncovered. Initiations. Wow. I think this has to do with visions of you envisioning you, even your talents and your gifts, possibly from past lifetimes coming through. Devil, wow. For some of you, somebody may acknowledge something. Some of you might realize something about even someone, the Devil mirroring the Queen of Swords with that Six of Pentacles. In between the two, there could be there's just a realization here of like, someone's values. It's like, oh, they clearly are not on the same page, or they're just not, we don't have the same values in mind, or there's something that maybe somebody here confesses or makes obvious or clear Let's clear. They clear the air with something here even. Let's get one more card. Seven of Swords. Yeah, you may find something out, or there's something that, you know, somebody admits to. We have the Ace of Swords. Some of you, maybe there's just more of a, someone may come out and confess something. Page of Cups, Ten of Wands, the King of Wands. I feel like you will see someone's true nature, however it is. And then let's move into here, Mars and Sagittarius on the 13th. Got a few cards. Stargate Heart, Heart Chakra opening, unlocking generosity. Wow. Mars and Sagittarius. I feel like there's something you make peace with. You'll say, it no longer trumps me. It no longer triggers. It no longer is that point, at least, where I say, I'm letting it take me over. I'm letting it run me. I feel like you're looking at past experiences saying, it was what it was. It doesn't define me here today. Ace of Pentacles. There's something that you've even invested in. I feel it's really working very well for you, Pisces. Yes. Third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing coming through for Mercury and Capricorn on December 13th, 12:48 p.m. That's interesting. Okay, that's a little later. Yeah. In the day. So we have a shift of Mars and Mercury on the same day. Wow. There's something that you are, like, I'm hearing, you cannot unsee it. This is just how I'm hearing it. Let's get a card on that. Judgment. Wow. Yeah, this is, you guys, like, you have a massive realization. We have then here, I think that's about all we're looking at for those transits, but you did have one more card. Let's clear it. Higher heart activation. Dropping shields, divine love, your heart is healed. Wow, Pisces. I feel like there's something here that you just sort of like see it very clearly now. Like you don't have to worry about something anymore. Ace of Cups. Pisces. Listen, between that Mars and Sagittarius movement and the end of the week, okay, when you close out this cycle, I feel like there are things that you've sort of made just absolute peace with. Like you're not worried about, you're not worrying about. I hear it like this. Judgment, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. There are things that you're just not looking at like as you did in the past. And I see that you're really proud of yourself. You're really quite brave here, Pisces, in this week. And you're realizing that you should be brave. You are a powerhouse. This is what I'm hearing. And your guides are really wanting to applaud you. It's clear. You're moving through a portal. I see that as well, Pisces. Yeah. And it has to do with the number 1, 3, 3, 1, 13 even. There's something you've cleared. It could be karma, something karmically. Let's clear. There's something, though, that you've really kind of managed even. And you've made a whole new story with. So let's clear the energy and get now into I want to just do a general sort of 3-card spread, beginning of the week, midpoint of the week, and the end of the week. Okay, that's clear. So you come into the week with the Memoirs of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress technology. There are things that you're moving through, Pisces. I feel like you're having activations and upgrades abound during this time. Then we have here in the mid part of the week, or we can say the overall sort of cast or glow to the week, is I am presence, light body activation, accessing the divine within. Yeah, I think that this week is going to ask of you to really sort of take a step into you, okay? Like to really introspect and introvert, like especially, yeah, like really sort of thinking about things from a different vantage point, maybe even like more deeply. I heard it like this. Let's clear it. Order of Melchizedek is what clears you out of the week. Embraced by light, mission uncovered, don't give up. I feel like you have a massive piece to your puzzle now. You understand who you are more so in the broader landscape of what you want to manifest. Let's get a card here for each of these as well. You're on a mission, Pisces. I feel like, listen, you enter into the week knowing that something is requiring of you to stand straight, okay? Here, you up and in your seat. The sun is in the center of your week, and you lead out with the Tower. Oh my lord. Okay, let's get one more card as a general overview. Anunnaki light codes, energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. Well, if that isn't what we're literally feeling here, I want to get a few more cards. Ancestral realm, karmic release, healing the lineage boundaries. There is a focus on karma here, Pisces, in a big way. I feel like really guided to pull a few cards here for you, a few more that are really wanted to come through. Akashic records, clearing old stories. This must be a very important week for you. Clearing, I mean, yeah, we're looking at, even astrologically at what's going on for you. It's amazing. Clearing old stories, releasing past lives, and freedom. Let's clear it. Gaia gateway, activation, learning experiences, wisdom transmission, and earth intelligence. Crystal school wisdom, clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. I feel like you have a new perspective, just a completely new perspective. You see life differently, Pisces. There are things that I feel like you're proud of actually now. You're not ashamed of. You're saying, I don't need to shy away from what I know now that I see very clearly, and I don't have to explain it. I hear that. The Lovers, why it is true. Here, so the Five of Cups, yeah. This is you identifying what just doesn't work for you, Pisces. Just what is your maybe even shadow, what it is that just, you know, is not empowering you even, right? Well, what is maybe the so-called weakest link? I feel like you're identifying where that sits in the broader landscape of how you make use of it when it comes to your talents, your manifestation capabilities, your powers of self-empowerment and self-fulfillment, ultimately. Love and light to guys, Pisces. Enjoy this week. We'll see you in 48 hours. Love and light. Thank you for your support here on members, and we'll see you in the extendeds on via the link in the box below. Bye, guys.